afternoon, everyone. Okay, I'm Dian from Indonesia. This is my second time to join Yuwana Zine, the previous one in Yuwana Zine 4. So in this Yuwana Zine, I'm still bring my illustration to illustrate how democracy in Indonesia right now, from my point of view, of course. Before I start my explanation about this illustration, may I share my screen, Rasra? Okay. Can you all see my screen now? Hello?
Yes, we can see your screen, but it's still Zoom. Like
wait
your
a minute.
phone.
Okay.
And now I guess we are opening the PPT.
Yes. Okay, maybe while I'm presenting this one, you can't see my face because I'm using my phone right now. Okay, I hope you can clearly hear my voice from here.
Yes, very clear.
Okay, so before I'm presenting my illustrations, I recall again to overview the expressing remembrance is an invitation for artists to commemorate events, people, and progress boldly and compassionately in a challenge to the status quo. In short, it asks for an artistic proclamation of never again. From this theme, I want to bring how democracy in Indonesia right now, the situation I mean. From this news, you can see there are a lot of something happened in Indonesia, such as the internet shutdown in Papua that threatens Indonesia's democracy and its people rights to free speech, and also the newest illustration that on the fourth picture there are 404 not found, and it has our president illustration there. It becomes a huge news from here to threatens Indonesia's democracy right now. Okay, for the next one, this is my illustration for this zine. So I will break down why I choose this illustration to submit it here. Okay, the first one is you can see there are 3 peoples there. I illustrate them as a pawns because people's opinions are often ignored, and then I describe people with pawns that are only run when needed with the government. That's why I illustrate the people in Indonesia as a pawns, like that. After that, we're going to there is Indonesia's map. That's why I choose Indonesia, because in here in this illustration I want to illustrate how democracy in Indonesia run at this era. And then the government I illustrate with people in a person with a tie represents the role of the peoples who run the government system. And then for the rainbow background, it should be, I already make the text there, democracy and diversity. For every people has their rights for joining in democracy. But you know why I entitled this illustration as Demon Crazy? Because democracy is an illustration that illustrates the limitations of citizens' rights in the democratic government system. A government system that should prioritize people's opinions and the interest of the people, but in practice, it is the people who are the most disadvantaged in this era, especially For example, the government has become anti-critic, like I told you before on the previous slides. There is a 404 not found with our president illustration. And of course, it was the illustrated for our government that anti-critic now and doesn't want to hear the people's opinion, the ratification or the latest laws that are rejected by the people. They are still legalized and implemented. Then this democracy are still running in this country or just a word without meaning in our current system of government. What do you mean, especially from people from Indonesia? Okay, that's all from me, Rastra. You can freely connect with me from my social media account, Instagram and email. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much,